today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carolina Panthers taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Well, here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his fourth season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 12 carries, 78 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Darnold. There's Tremble, the tight end.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Darnold. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Draw play. Darnold giving to McCaffrey. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his 2nd in Tampa Bay.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Brady again. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. To throw, it's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Leonard Fournette with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route? Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Again, he finds Moore. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
So they give up the completion there, but defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Again, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Devin White. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. 2nd and 5 now. Brady. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Brady. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Brady will look to throw for it, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Abdullah.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Defense. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. This is screen to Abdullah. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air again, Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So the Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know Defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Brady. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Brady now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski as time expires in the first half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And at the half, they are down to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying it.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Fournette, a first down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Fournette once more on second down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Brady. The quick slant caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. On the give, this is their fullback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Darnold. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
45. Mike, 45.
Darnold from the red zone now. This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Darnold from the gun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Throwing again is Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
That throw by Brady incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Brady going to look to throw. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Here's Brady to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there. but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. A shotgun snap for Darnold as the clock will stop. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans